we find our heroes right now in a small tavern in the Dockway, I believe. I can't remember the tavern that you went to. Somebody will have to refresh my memory, because, like I said, I don't remember a whole lot of specific details. But it is early to midday. We'll say it's probably around 11 a.m. You guys have learned a little bit about the city. You've learned the location of several of the monuments. You've learned a little bit about each different district. And in this place where you're at right now, in the Dockway, you have met two people. A dock worker named Victor Fuck, who has been very unsuccessful in finding employment, and Nars promised to help him that with a little bit of information, and so far Nars has held up on his end of the deal. There was another man that I can't remember the name I gave him. James. Oh yeah, that's right, James. His friends call him what was it? Old something Jack.
I said I was going to call him Jimmy. Yes, old Jack.
Yeah. But yeah, his friends call him Jack, but his name is James. Ray talked to him and discovered that he works in trades. Essentially, he buys merchandise off of a ship blind, and he sells it blind for the most part. He doesn't care what's inside the box, just as long as he can turn a little bit of profit off of it. And I think that's about where we are right now. Patul, you slept in a little bit, as it generally happens. When someone's not here, we just do with you slept a little bit late. You can be joining these guys in the bar, like right now, or we can meet up with you doing something inside the city.
Okay. Just meet him at the bar.
Okay.
Just watch, Philip.
Sounds like one of your children is dying. No. All right. So yeah, you guys go ahead. You start with the yakety smacking. About whatever. Tell me what you're doing, what you want to do, who you want to talk to.
Yeah, sorry. Dealing with the boys as you can hear the yelling.
You're good, dude. I want to tell everybody about that Jimmy here that I met, who wants to show me a box down at the dock tonight and find out what they know about what they found out.
The box. So what's in the box?
I'd like to find out myself. It's a delivery of some sort. He says he pays for the shipments and then resells them, but he doesn't know what they are. Might be worth looking into.
It's not dead bodies, is it?
Why does
We're not going to go disappearing, are we?
Not if we go together.
Why is it always dead bodies?
Well, I've dealt with a lot of dead bodies, so.
Nars, I don't know if you remember, but I did give you some bounties a few sessions ago. If that's what y'all want to do this evening.
Any good ones?
You there?
He's not speaking. Or
Can you hear me now?
maybe you're on mute.
Kind of. You're super quiet.
Is that better?
More quiet.
I can't hear anything. Man, I love internet.
I know, right?
Is that better at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's a little better, yeah.
Are all cool with the level?
You're pretty quiet. We can hear you if we listen hard.
I fear Nars has gone mute.
Oh no.
Is that better?
No.
No.
Not really.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to do it.
Oh man, I hate Skype.
Y'all could hear me earlier fine, right?
Yeah, we can hear you better now.
Yeah, we can hear you earlier just fine, and we can hear you better now. Just not as you're not as clear and loud as normal.
Perhaps the microphone sensitivity.
Sensitivities. Maybe. Maybe 'tis that indeed. The world may never know. All right. Well, he's working on that. Do y'all want to talk about anything else with the, Victor? What did Victor? Victor told you about. He heard rumors about a man named what was his name? Baxter Coyne, who claims to have killed one of the victims that's been attributed to the serial killer. But he says that Coyne has been boasting about it, but you don't know whether that is the truth or whether that is that's just something that he heard.
Perhaps we should pay Mr. Coyne a visit.
And Nars would be able to with his breakfast in his mouth, wave one of the bounty flyers. There's a bounty out for Baxter Coyne for 50 gold pieces for assault on a town guard.
Oh, not very much in the way of gold. Probably just a petty common cutthroat. But if he's got some information about any information about these bodies that were carved up, then I think it's worth looking into.
Okay. He is
the only one who thinks this.
He is in the Underbridge district. If that's the one that y'all want to go with. There are also 3 other bounties. Britannia Ludstern, who is wanted for unlicensed prostitution. She is a 150-year-old elf who is in the capital district. There is a catfolk named Maik who lives in Ordalia. He's wanted for perjury. And there is a young gnome, only 12 years old, right here in the dockway that is wanted for theft.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, much better.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Do you
Okay.
want to pursue a couple bounties, Casey?
Yeah. There is a bounty for a coin. There's a bounty for a prostitute, and I think there's a bounty right here.
Yes, that's what he was just
I'm
saying.
trying to find all my notes. I'm sorry.
He said there's a bounty on a gnome here in the dockway we could find.
Yeah, we can do the bounties, but before we do it, Nars is going to go through and tell you what he learned from Victor. Victor told Nars about 6 murders. One named Ruby Rose was a asshole to his workers. A judge's son, theft, a merchant for overcharging and being just a straight out greedy person and being in debt, and then a drug lord and thief, and then a gambler, which is Coin. And then Coin said that he killed the gambler, kind of boasting about it. So I don't feel like it's actually part of the murders, but if y'all want to check that out, we can. But Nars thinks that all the murders are tied to the sins on the 7-pointed star. I don't know if we went over that or not. I can't remember.
No, you didn't mention it.
Okay. So there we go.
How many murders have been in the town?
Victor said there's been dozens of murder, but each one kind of follows the same. You have one for greed, you have one for like wrath, you have one for gluttony.
All bad people then.
Yeah, all bad people, or some way bad.
It might be
all
worth
the
looking into this coin character, because if he knows anything about this, then we should definitely investigate it. He may be lying. Honestly, he's probably lying.
Jeremy, do I know how much the bounty is for the gnome?
The gnome is 10 silver.
10 silver.
Yeah.
Wasn't coin like 50 gold?
Yeah, coin is 50 gold.
Okay. Well,
Maik, the cat folk, is 25 gold, and Britannia, the prostitute, is 5 gold.
Do y'all want to go bounty hunting?
Sure, sounds like we can pop a couple people in the head and drag them off and get a quick, easy buck.
Is it dead or alive?
The only one who is specified dead or alive is the gnome here in Dockway.
Okay.
Why the
Yeah,
All the others, they seem to want alive for questioning.
What did the gnome do again?
I just stole some.
He's wanted for theft.
Wow.
Wow,
He's a
that
12-year-old
seems like a
who's
harsh
wanted
sentence
for
for-
theft.
And dead or
Wait, he's a
alive.
12-year-old?
Yeah. I feel like if anything,
Wow.
he needs help.
Sounds like I give him a good scaring and we're all set.
Sounds like he might be worth talking to if he runs the streets in this town and knows things.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go scare him and see what he knows. We could threaten to turn him in.
You might not have to scare him if you just offer him a few gold pieces. I mean,
Yeah,
if
or
he's
we
stealing things.
Or we could scare him and get out of it for free. Y'all's point. Whatever y'all want to do.
I'm interested in seeing how you work, Nars.
Okay, so where's this gnome at, Jeremy? Let's go to the gnome.
All right, he is a young gnome named Darmok. All you know is that he resides somewhere in the Dockway area. You got to find him.
Okay. Where's the Darkway area? I'm not even on a map. There we go. There's.
That's where you're at.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have a map until now.
Okay. So y'all should be on the map, right?
Is Victor's? No, Victor's gone. Anybody in the bar?
Yeah, let's ask around.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still a couple of patrons, and there's of course what was her name? Maggie the Winch. I
Okay.
think, or was that might have been a different bar.
Goes this one. Excuse me, Miss Winch.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you seen a gnome child in the district recently?
Yeah, there's lots of kids stay around here.
Well,
it's a good place for them to find foods.
Any of them ever steal from you?
Yeah, a couple of them steal. Most of them just the orphans, the ones that ain't got no parents, don't know no better. They quote steal, and she does the air quotes, and she's like, but mostly a lot of us shopkeepers just we leave some day old food out for them to take when they need it.
No whereabouts.
Nars flashes the poster. I'm assuming it has like a picture, like a sketch artist picture.
Yeah.
Have you seen this one? Have you seen this one, ma'am?
Oh yeah, that little boy Darmok. He stays around here all the time. Him and some other kids. They live in the alleys. Where are we at? You're in the. I think I put a little blue mark here. Yeah, no, y'all are over here. So yeah, we'll say he lives in the alleys back that way, back with that that multicolored area is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go take a look.
It's like, yeah, they stay in the alleys back that way. Now watch out, they might pick your pockets.
That would be so bad for them.
All right, so we're gonna go.
Even after I said that, I thought of Horace Waterfall Sr. and make sure they don't pick your pocket. Talking about the penguins picking nature's pocket.
Huh.
Is that from something?
That was from Futurama, and I'm upset that you didn't get it. I'm
That's what I
upset that
thought.
Ben didn't get it too.
I know exactly the place you're talking about now. I'm thinking about it. Okay. We're gonna go look
All
for some children.
Let's go find the kids.
right, you sorry, you make your way over, away from the docks and towards the center of the Dockway district, and you start to, in this area where all the multicolored buildings, everything, you start to feel, the crowds come in a little bit more dense. There are little shops set up here and there, people selling, the day's catch, or some steak brought in from outside the city. Just various little it's a little wet mart set up in the city, here in the Dockway.
Okay. So it's like a big crowd, so they could easily pickpocket and steal stuff, kind of like a bazaar type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Bazaar of Sales is what it is. Here we go. A destination for traders the world over. I had to find it, my bad. But a destination for traders the world over, the Bazaar of Sales is the largest free market in Borussia. Anyone with merchandise to sell is welcome to set up tent, booth, or wagon among the hundreds of other ever-changing shops that fill the dockside area. Crops from local farmers, Borussian artifacts, Orisian spices, Chelish finery, Adorian quartos, and more exotic goods from 100 foreign ports to fill the market. Each day's offerings varying with the season, the trade winds, and the tides. As merchants eagerly trade, competitions and rivalries, and all manner of criminal temptations arise. Although the market welcomes all comers, the ever-changing crowd shouts of exotic traders, and generally raucous bustle of the place make the place a nightmare for the local patrol to met out justice. There's a princess of the market, a woman named Sabria Calmerum. She is
Princess of the
female Kelishite.
What's a princess of a market?
Uh,
Is she the madame?
I guess. Well, I mean, maybe not the madame. I don't know. It just seems like maybe she's just the one that runs the place. I guess it's the way I interpret it. She's the daughter of the first prince of the market, Nazir Kilium.
Okay.
Is there somebody selling wine or some kind of wine around here?
Absolutely.
I would like to go and talk to a wine merchant and just ask him
Right.
if he knows whereabout these kids might be, if they've seen him, and I want to buy a bottle of wine.
And then while
you
he's
see,
doing that, I just want to look for like groups. Like usually pickpockets and thieves work in groups, but more like groups of like kids to teenagers hanging around doing nothing, like a little shifty type thing.
roll me a perception check.
I don't know what it was. There we go. 18.
Yeah, you you don't notice any groups of kids like standing out, in the open. But if you look really carefully, you do notice. And Bennett, you can see just as well. Maybe a little better. There are a couple of places where you see, groups of 2 or 3 children hiding around the corner of a shop, or just inside of an alley, all with their eyes on the crowd. It might be some kind of coordinated effort.
Okay.
Hey, Nurse. You see those kids too?
Yeah, I see a couple of different ones.
I got an idea if you guys are game for it.
I'm game, but we should probably wait for Rin to buy our wine first.
Oh, yeah.
I've
Well-
got my wine. I mean, I'm walking back to you guys. I asked the guy at the wine table if he knew anything about where the kids are.
Okay.
If you know anything about what?
Where these children would hang out.
Yeah, the wine merchant spoke to you in a language that you didn't understand, but he was very adamant about you taking that bottle of red.
And I did. Okay, so I'm just like, thank you. Take my wine and stuff it in my bag and go meet you guys.
So you said we saw like a couple, like 3 alleyways with kids standing in it. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Um,
And each of them, like I said, it's only 2 or 3 kids in each each location.
okay. We could group up into 2, and then maybe search a little bit faster if y'all are okay with that.
Yeah.
Well, I had kind of an idea. Why go hunting for the kids when we can bring them to us?
Okay. How Musashi?
So, what I'm thinking is, we just got a bottle of wine, and we got me here. If I hand off all my stuff to you guys and maybe give me something that looks nice and shiny, I can fake being drunk, staggering around, make a little bit of noise, and become a target while you guys got my back ready to jump.
Or you
You
could just
do
take
have
the
that pouch of 200 plat.
Well, I wasn't going to use actual money because I don't want to lose the money.
We have a pouch of 200 platinum.
Yeah.
We have a.
Nice.
Where did we get a pouch of 200 platinum?
Y'all found
Shut
it in
up.
Foxglove Manor like 2 sessions ago.
Hold on. You said it was 200 gold.
No, he
No,
said
it was
platinum.
200 plat.
Yeah, it
Devin,
was a lot
you're
of money.
fucking us right now.
I don't
Man.
understand how that happened because. Okay, fine. Okay.
Just take the money.
I said you found 200 platinum. Where you're getting 200 gold from is that's how much Aldern was paying someone named, I think it was a E7 to
Okay, well, I'm asking because I've already divvied up the money that was in that bag, and I don't remember if it was platinum or gold now.
Well, I hope you did it. I'm pretty sure that you did it right at the time because I remember Casey talking about it was platinum. Yeah, that it would be yeah, what was it, like 20 something platinum each or something? I don't know. But y'all are fine. You did good.
Okay.
I hope so.
So you want to try to bait one of these kids out? What if you get the wrong one? Would it be easier just
Well-
to walk over there and ask them?
Torture him.
So while y'all are talking, Nars takes a bag and he grabs some rocks and he throws it in a bag, and it's money. It's the money bag that Cordova gave him. He's like, and he hands it to Musashi. Act drunk with this in your hand. It's just rocks. They won't know the difference.
Nice. Here, let me see that bottle.
I just bought this.
I'm not going to drink it.
Fine. I give him the bottle.
All right. Give me, and you can do this in either order that you want, but I want role play and a bluff check.
Bluff check. Okay, there's a bluff
Yeah.
check of nat
Oh.
20.
All right, now give me a nat 20 worth of role play.
Okay. All right. See you boys later. I'm gonna go to the next bar. I'll see you later.
Musashi got country.
Yeah, I'm not
You
supposed to be the
shouldn't
other
go
guy.
off by yourself with all that money.
Hey, I'll go to the bank later. You guys shut in. And then take the bottle and chug, and then I stumble a bit.
Don't
Drop the
spend all of
bag.
our earnings in one bar.
I'm getting the ladies too. Grab up the bag, stumble over, take a couple of
Alright.
steps, pick up the bag.
I'm gonna slap
Go
you
to
as
the
a
bottle.
pervert and then walk away.
You make it about 40 feet, or so, and Nars, you notice.
Hey, I want to be.
that,
I want to go 10 feet. I want to be 30 feet behind him.
okay, you want to be 30 feet behind him?
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, in that case, Cthulhu, you would be even closer. You would be the one to see this. You notice that one of the groups of kids, like the taller kid, slips out of the group and like starts to slowly follow Musashi through the crowd.
So
Okay, I have a question.
Stays about 15 feet away from him.
So
I have a
Nars
question.
wants to hang on real quick. So Nars
Sure.
wants to like edge to the side and follow the kid that's following Musashi without the kid noticing. Like, how far do I have to
So
stay
you
behind
and-
for that?
Like you and Cthulhu are trying to flank him.
Sure.
Well, I just want to know how tall the kid is because he's supposed to be a gnome. So you say
Well,
tall.
Oh,
yeah, he's the tallest. This kid is he's a human a male human, probably about 4.5 feet tall.
But he's probably marking Musashi. Like that's the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
What were the
So-
description of the other 2 or 3 that were in the alley?
The other 2, were smaller. They're in that group. It was also 2 human boys, but they were smaller, younger kids.
So they were all
He
human.
left them. Yeah, all 3 of those are human. Yes.
Okay.
Jeremy, can while they're doing this, can I be looking in the other alleyways to see if I don't notice a gnome boy?
Sure.
What do I need to do?
Let me perception.
Of course.
15.
The 15's not bad though. I will say, you notice that maybe 1 or 2 of these boys is a gnome. Amongst all of them, maybe 1 or 2 of them is a gnome. None of these is the specific boy that you're looking for,
As far as I can tell.
as far as you can tell.
Okay.
None of these is the specific boy that you're looking for.
I'm gonna go up to Nars and be like, I don't think he's here. I'm getting a look at these other ones, and I don't think he's here.
Okay.
I say we tie this kid up and
Um,
beat him with a sock full of soap.
Do we still have the
All
guy
right,
following Musashi?
Musashi, give me a reflex check.
Reflex. Where'd it go? Why am I not? Oh, there it is. 22. My reflex is on point for a drunk guy.
Nice. All right. So, you feel someone tug at the pouch on your belt, and you feel it, slip free as the human boy begins to dart past you. Do you reach for him, or do you let him get a little bit of a start to chase him?
I'll try and trip him up. Make it kind of look like an accident.
Give me a CMB check.
CMB.
Mhm.
29, nat 20.
That's natural.
Oh, you trip him, and he goes face first over your leg and lands nose straight into the concrete, and let's see, takes 2 points of damage as his nose begins to bleed, and he loses a tooth on the pavement.
So I'll kind of stumble over, kind of staying in character, and be like, "Oh, poor boy, that was such an accident. Here, let me help you up." And just quickly, I want to grab him up, throw him on my shoulder, and start walking towards the other guys. Be like, "Don't worry, I'll fix you up. You'll be fine."
All right, he is going to as you try to pick him up, he's going to put 1 foot in your chest and try to push away. He rolls a natural 3, so yeah, even with any bonuses that decides to give him, it's not going to be very good. And he's unsuccessful to try and bolt off of you. So yeah, give me another CMB check to, and that'll be to pick him up and throw him over your shoulder.
15.
15. Yeah, so that's good enough. You manage to just kind of overpower him and pull him onto your shoulder, and he's screaming, "Let me go, you old man! Let me go! Let me go! You broke my nose!"
No. You tripped and fell. Let's go get you all fixed up. I got a pretty lady over there that can help
pushed me. Hey, everybody! Look at the mean dwarf kidnapping the human boy. Hey, let me go!
And then I'll kind of quickly, sternly, shake him a little bit and look him dead in the eye, showing I'm not drunk and be like, either you settle down or this is going to be rougher, boy. I'll give him an imitation one. Where is it? Intimidate. It's a 10.
All right. I want to peer behind him so he knows that he's not alone,
Huh?
and I'll do an intimidate.
Yeah, him right there.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a 5.
No, that was my roll. Because it's not gonna be very good. Yeah, absolutely. Like he kind of shuts up, and glares. Fine.
I want to
Stowaway
walk over now.
Runelords.
Now that this is all happening, I'd like to walk over and kind of kneel down and give them the sign to kind of back up a bit and be like, "Where's Darmok? Like I'm eye to eye with this kid."
I don't know who you're talking about.
If you don't know who I'm talking about, I'll let them finish the job they were going to do.
Can we take this kid
You're
to
gonna
an
let
alley?
them beat me up for not knowing somebody.
So,
F
while
yeah.
they're questioning, Nars is going to reach into his pocket and pull out a gold coin, and he's going to kneel next to Rin, and taking the gold coin, he's going to twirl it between his fingers, and say, "You can have this, and maybe even one more, if you can tell us where he is. Y'all work in groups. I know how this goes. Tell me where he is."
He spits blood onto the concrete in front of you. He says, "I don't need your money to feed myself."
All right, fuck this. Who's gonna take the kid? Where are we, Jeremy? Give me some landmarks, some location.
You're
So before
Right
Cthulhu
here.
does anything, I
beside
want to.
the check it building.
Before Cthulhu does anything, since Nars is close to him, he grabs him by his shirt and pushes him into the closest alleyway.
There we go.
I'm doing this as an intimidate check to show him that we're stronger.
Okay.
Does that work? That's an 18.
18. Like he seems to be thoroughly like scared of you.
And I checked him into a wall. Now Cthulhu can do whatever he wants.
All right.
Roll a knowledge. Anything like any local or just roll
I got
an
dungeoneering.
intelligence check. Any of you can.
Okay, 1 second.
Nars rolls a 10 intelligence.
Sorry, my son knocked over a bunch of water, so I'm half here. Here,
No,
use
you're
this too,
all
John.
18,
Alright.
21.
Bunch.
Yeah. All right. So we got a 10, a 18, a 21. Yeah. Yeah. All of you grew up orphaned at some point. You know that this is a pretty loyal bunch. Like, you may not be able to scare this kid into giving up the location of one of his friends.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to scare him. So,
Okay.
what do I roll for non-lethal?
You just roll an attack.
Okay, so he's in the alley. The guys
attack.
have been trying to get to him the easy way. What was the name of the group of fucking what is it? The like mafia guys in the last town we were in?
Oh, the Zarni.
Zarni. Okay. So I'm gonna pull this kid over to like the back of the corner. So imagine it was like a picket fence, but like the tall one. And put him up against it and grab his hair, and make him look at me in my eyes. I'm gonna say, I know what type of operation you're doing here. I was doing this when I was a cub myself. This is small potatoes compared to the Zarni and the things that I know. You can do this the easy way and tell me what I want to know, or you can do this the hard way and I can make you tell me what I want to know. And I'm going to take my index finger, my claw, I'm going to put it into his shoulder. 1 second.
Tried to warn you, kid.
Ooh. All right, yeah. That's about 3 points of damage. 3 non-lethal is what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, 3 points non-lethal damage. He's he's hurting pretty bad. He kind of bites his lip, and you see like tears start to come to his eyes.
And I'm going to say, when I see that, I'm going to say, there's no time for crying. You're either with your gang or you're not with your gang. Tell me what I want to know.
Let's see.
I'll make him
Can't
a
remember
prom
your
night
character's name
dumpster
right now,
baby. I don't care.
Devin, Nars, and Musashi. make perception check real quick. But yeah, he bites his lip and starts to cry a little bit, and he
Nars 22.
Nars 22. All right. Yeah, Ray
Sarge is 16.
and Rin and yeah, y'all did not pass. So right as he starts to say, he says, you know, I'm not gonna let you hurt my friends. Nars, you notice 3 children, you know, come running up the alley behind you and swing at your legs with sticks. Your perception was enough to notice that, you know, you can slip out of the way. But you know, Rin and Musashi, y'all both are gonna take you know, at least a attempted attack to, you know, so that is 18 to hit on Musashi. I'm sure it's a no.
Let me see.
It's definitely a no.
Nope, 20.
Yeah, and that is a
Nope.
oh yeah, that's definitely gonna be a miss on Rin. So yeah, you
I
Nars,
imagine
you
it's a
managed
hit,
to,
but it
like,
doesn't do anything.
yeah, it's but yeah, you sidestep and manage to keep from getting hit. The other two, you know, they swing at you and either just swing wild and completely miss, or yeah, I guess probably in Musashi's case, that one comes up and lands an attack on your armor and just kind of gets a dull.
So the one that went for the one of them, just I don't care either one. Nars wants to draw his longsword with the scabbard and swing back at him.
Jesus. Murdering kids in the street in the dockway.
We're
I
not.
wonder how much XP these kids are.
So I have the scabbard on my longsword, so I'm not hitting them to kill them.
Okay.
Put them
Here
over your
comes my
knee
natural
and spank them.
So it's
So,
like you're hitting them with the flat of your blade.
Yeah, with the flat of the scabbard, not the blade. The scabbard.
You completely lay the child out, like unconscious, bleeding from his head.
Fuck.
Now, did the other one see it?
Yeah, he saw it. He's about to flip out.
And what was the guy's name? What was the kid's name? I forgot.
They didn't give you names.
No, the kid that we're looking for.
Darmok.
Oh, Darmok.
Where's Darmok? Darmok, tell me now. Tired of these games.
Jesus, you guys just solve everything with bricks. Like,
That's what
there's
we
no
excel
nuance
at.
to the way you guys do anything. Well, yeah, he's I mean, he definitely doesn't want to tell you now, so he's going to, you know, to try to kick again. Yeah, he completely, you know, puts his feet into Cthulhu's chest and just pushes back as hard as he can, and
Okay.
And he's getting nowhere. And he just begins to sob and he says, "Just stop hurting everyone."
All right. Middle finger goes into his shoulder now.
Oh.
So I have 2 fingers on this kid's chest. My other hand is on the top of his head and his hair. And I'm like, this could all be over if you just give me the information I want to know.
No one's
They
in there.
tried to pay you. They literally tried to pay you. And you're being stubborn. You're just a child. Maybe if you were a bit older and a bit taller, you could actually fend me off. But I'm the king of the jungle. And then he puts one more in. So it's his
Yeah, he's
index finger,
completely
middle finger,
unconscious.
and ring finger.
You knocked him
Yeah,
unconscious.
he's completely unconscious.
That's only,
you
3,
have dealt
10, 11.
You've
That's
dealt
like 12
11 non-lethal damage to him. You've done 11 non-lethal damage to him after he fell on his face. So yeah, he kind of just passes out from the pain,
At what?
and you hear a voice behind you.
Jesus fuck. I didn't get a perception.
No,
Boy, you
I'm
guys
sorry.
taking
What
a book
happened?
class.
I was
Looks like we're all going to
leave him
jail now.
alone. Yeah,
What do
y'all
we see at the
turn
other
to
end?
see. Yeah, y'all turn, you know, to see at the other end of the other end of the alley, a gnome, roughly 3 feet tall, shot pink hair, looks exactly like the gnome in your picture, and behind him are about 16 to 18 other, you know, kids ranging in age from 7 to 15.
Which one of you is Darmok?
Me, the one in front.
Well,
What do
you're
you
the-
want? Just let my friends go.
Your friends can go. We just want to ask you some questions.
I don't answer questions for big folks.
Cthulhu, with the kid's like lifeless body, puts his pinky into the shoulder
God.
and like eyeballs the kid. Wild-eyed, feral cat.
Boy, you getting nasty tonight.
I was sleeping. I got my beauty rest.
There's no Cordova here to stop him.
Literally, that catalyst.
What do you want to know? Just let them go.
Nars?
What do you know about the murders that have been going on? That's what we
Nothing.
wanted to know, right?
Yeah, that's what y'all. I think that's what y'all are coming down here to ask him. Yeah.
Or do you know Coin? Do you know who Coin is?
Everybody knows who Coin is.
Where can we find Coin?
You can find Coin in one of any dozen towers in Underbridge. Not 5 blocks from here, and he points to the shadowy area underneath the Iron Span.
Where does he like to hang out most of the time? I don't have time to go knocking on 5 towers.
This is where I don't know the name of places. Yeah, he gives you the name of some bar. I'll give it to you once I move to that location.
Are all the children within range for a cone of Ray of Frost? I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Boy,
Yes.
boy, we're
is
out
the
to
kid-
murder some kids.
Is the
What's going on?
Is the kid that Nars knocked the shit out of, like, still? Is he like coming to yet?
No, he's like he's damaged from non-lethal damage. You have to heal that from a full night's rest.
Gotcha.
He's going to be unconscious for 8 hours.
Okay.
Both of them that are down right now. They have severe, one of them has a severe concussion, and one of them just went into shock and passed the fuck out.
Billy is the only one with the cure
Having
wand.
claws dug into him. Do what?
So Nars takes
like
the kid that he
Killer.
knocked the shit out of, and he puts him up against the wall, so at least he won't choke and die.
I can cast
And then-
Celestial Healing once. I'm not
Yeah.
wasting it on
Fuck
children.
these kids.
Darmok looks at you, and he says, "What kind of adults beat children to get their way?
You chose this life. Next time, answer my questions. This
This
is how
life
I
was
grew
chosen for me. You think I wanted dead parents?
up. I think you did.
Don't. Oh God, that triggered the shit out of Cthulhu. Cthulhu is triggered because Cthulhu has dead parents, and so he the kid that he's holding. I'm picturing that the kid's basically limp body, but Cthulhu is just so irate right now. He's still holding the kid by his hair and his claws, and then just drops him. Doesn't turn around yet. And then when he does turn around, it's basically like fire in his eyes. And he walks up. Okay, how's the separation of the party in this alley? So I'm guessing Ren is closest to the guy.
I'm just kind of on the side right here.
Stop it.
So
The way I kind of imagined it is the other three are, Ren, Nars, and Musashi are sort of between you and the opening of the alley, to the
Right.
street. And then these guys came around the other end of the alley.
and you said there's
Yeah.
16 plus Dharma.
Yeah, there's 16 at least. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just say 16. 16, teenagers there of various ages.
Okay, so this is not in game, but trying to plan with the team. This kid has a bounty on his head. And yes, he just gave us this information, but we have to figure out a way to get him to come with us. Maybe if somebody has some candy or a van with no windows.
I don't know that he needs to come with us so much.
Yeah.
He has a bounty. We have to turn him
Yeah.
in.
We don't have
No,
to turn him in.
we're not turning him in.
But doesn't he have a
Yeah,
bounty?
Yeah,
He does
but
have a bounty.
We messed him up.
he does. Yeah, one of the older kids, like puts his hand on Darmok's shoulder, and he says, "You're gonna have to fight us all if you want to take him for the bounty."
I'm gonna look
Cthulhu
back at
will
Cthulhu.
literally laugh so fucking hard.
I'm gonna look back at Cthulhu and be like, "Hey, listen, I don't know that we can turn in this bounty because you guys did just mercilessly beat the crap out of 2 children in an alleyway, and he witnessed it. So maybe we let this one slide and just keep going."
So,
Okay, there's two
so while
ways
y'all are arguing,
Cthulhu wants to
Nars
handle that.
Nars just walks up towards him, and he has like he reaches in his pocket, he grabs some coins, and with the bounty poster, he just
Oh,
like, you know how like people just shove stuff into your chest?
yeah.
He shoves it into his chest, and as he's walking out, he says, "All they had to do was tell us where you were," and he just walks off.
And he looks down at the bounty, and he sees that it was signed by Justice Ironbriar, and he says, "Of course, yeah, my friends aren't gonna turn me in, even if it means their own pain."
But also there was gold in there, like that was the whole point. There was 3 gold in there.
There's 3 gold in there. Sorry, I missed that part.
No, that's cool.
So yeah, he takes that in his hand, and he just he puts that in his pocket. But he says, "My friends aren't going to turn me in. Not for this. Not for him."
They didn't even know we were looking for the bounty.
Everybody
Just ask a
who comes
simple
looking for me right now is
freaking
looking for the
question.
bounty. Why else would you want me?
What's the deal with Justice Ironbriar?
The Justice Ironbriar is he's an evil man. He has a relationship with this older elven woman who doesn't love him back, and he
The
stop.
prostitute.
He wants her arrested, and he knows that I've done work for her, and I know her story, and he wants me arrested too.
What's her name?
Britannia.
Yeah, it's the prostitute.
Britannia.
There's a whole understory here about this Captain Ironbriar guy we should probably delve into before we ever approach him.
Justice Ironbriar. Okay. Yeah.
So, Narsa's walking away.
Yeah, Narsa's walking away.
I'm gonna kind of blow past these kids, follow them, and be like, "Sorry about your friends."
Misashi, are you walking away?
I'm following you guys. Sorry, dealing with kids.
And just
Alright.
just so Jeremy knows, like I like the fact that you had me hit the kid in the head, but I wasn't trying to hit him in the head. I was just trying to hit his legs.
I know. It was just that you rolled of 14 damage. It was a natural 18. Like you just
All right.
you smacked the shit out of him.
Cthulhu is the last one in the alley, and the kid that put his hand on
Kids
that
jumps.
Dharma, the kid that put his hand on Dharma trying to be big and bad, Cthulhu is gonna like close fist punch him in the face,
God.
and then he's gonna walk away.
Was that 14 your roll to hit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a D100, and if it's under 50, then that's a hit.
It was a blister.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So yeah, you roll, and you swing at him, but he just just barely kind of moves.
Jeremy, why are you
And-
trying to make me turn around and beat this kid to death?
You want
You
it?
should have just let the hit land, because now I feel like an idiot.
Wait, didn't you hit him with your
Punk
second claw?
kid.
You gave him a 2-piece.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're. If you did the double swing, you definitely caught him with that backhand.
Good.
Yeah.
Gave him a 1-2.
You went to swing at him, and he moved, and on your draw back, you just smacked him across the back of the face with your knuckles.
Hell
Yeah. He
And
goes
do
down.
the cat thing where they're like shoveling fucking cat litter with some gravel.
As we're walking out, Nars looks at Rin, and he goes, "I wasn't trying to hurt the kid. I just wanted to trip him. I guess I misjudged it."
Cthulhu wants to catch up with Musashi because like I figure Rin and Narth are like in the front and us two are in the back. I'm like, who the fuck is this new bitch? She's trying to boss me around like Cordova.
Hey, I gotta say, grow a pair.
Ah, but
So-
you're no help.
So are we going for coin now?
Let's go to coin.
Yeah, if that's what y'all want to do. I gotta get
We're
to
Jeremy, just speaking for like the party, this is what we excel in. So it's not us just being violent; it's just doing what we do.
You're,
Hey, we offered money. We offered to be
True.
calm.
There was diplomatic, stuff that just happened, and then they wanted to talk shit.
you tried for like 1 second to offer
They're like,
this
"We're not
kid-
talking to you,
Okay.
Mister." Danger,
you
danger.
offered this kid a gold piece to turn in his friend to the law. Like he knew what he knows that Darmok is wanted. He knows what people are coming there looking for him for, and you're offering him 1 gold piece to give up like his family. That's street loyalty.
I guess we could have
Yeah.
offered him like a bunch of money and given it to him, and then killed him and taken it back.
You could have, and that still would have been a bad thing.
we found the murder hobo in the group. We weren't sure
Like,
before
I-
because Cordova kept him in
I
check,
thought-
but now we know.
I thought that if just for a second, if the bribe fell through, that there might be like, some honeyed words or, like a diplomacy check of, hey, man, look, we're just looking out for you. These guys want to hurt you. And we want to come down here and straighten this shit out and make sure that Darmok doesn't go to jail. But we just
Too
want
bad I'm the
information
guy
about
that
the
wants
dudes
to
being
hurt
But would
you.
they
killed.
have but seriously, would they have believed that? Like, how many times have they been lied to like that?
I mean, it's possible, but
The guy was working for a prostitute, literally. So it's like questionable what he has done in the past. Anyway,
So anyway, let's go on. I was just pointing out the fact that we don't really have a face anymore. So we're playing to our strengths.
true.
See, remember, Jeremy, when we talked about making Rin and how she was and how that was going to affect the party?
Yeah.
That's
I
where
have
we
a
are.
3 in diplomacy.
let's see. 3 is good.
But I have a
Better than
9
making
in intimidate, Jeremy.
That's true, but I mean, you don't always use a hammer. Sometimes you need to use the screwdriver.
I
I have
did
a
my
tendency
claws.
for both of those. All right.
Actually,
Yeah.
y'all say I think you used both of those.
We're
Does the
gonna,
claw
we're, gonna
count
get
as
to,
a screwdriver?
we're gonna get to coin and do all the diplomacy checks.
Let's just go kill the crap out of everybody surrounding
All
Coin.
right, by the way, he told you that Coin is in the friendly merchant, and Coin is wanted for questioning. By the way,
Yeah, we wanted to question.
so yeah. All right. Seedy taverns, poorly run brothels, and rat-infested gambling dens, complete with salt-blasted tenement buildings and cheap flop houses in Magnemar's most dangerous district,
Can you bring them to me?
Underbridge.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
While the Magnamarian government champions cleaning up Underbridge as one of its most important long-term goals, many council members realize that the vices of the slum attract a certain amount of business to the city, and that truly clearing away the quote bridge trash would significantly impact the local economy. While several of the city's religions have attempted in the past to reform and redeem the lost district, it seems that the denizens of Underbridge prefer to live amid squalor and danger, if only as a way to escape the demands of fate, as if only to demand to as a way to escape the demands of fate and society. God, why was that sentence so hard to get out?
Lay off the pain
Not-
pills, Jeremy.
I've actually not had one all day.
Maybe you should have one.
Maybe I should.
It might help you.
Oh,
It would at
it's
least
not
make us
uncommon.
beating up kids feel better.
True.
It's not uncommon to hear talk amid the citizens of Underbridge of how their district is the only one that maintains Magnemar's purpose, that they, and they alone, uphold the values of freedom and liberty that Magnemar's original founders held so dear. Of course, such values are are crowed primarily by the bullies and slumlords of Underbridge, those who build their success on Underbridge's desperate poor common folk, who have no voice at all, and who Magnamar sees as little more than filth to be swept under the metaphorical rug that is the Iron Span. Although the submerged rubble and jagged ruined pylons of the Iron Span make sailing beneath the Giant's Bridge a treacherous prospect, a few docks line the trash-strewn Underbridge shore, serving as the entry point for all manner of contraband. The vast majority of Magnamar's smuggling operations take place here as a result, despite regular raids and restrictions imposed on trade by the city guard. The people of stop it, damn dog. The people of Underbridge have traditionally displayed an almost uncanny knack for one-upping the law, to the extent that rumors persist that the government secretly endorses crime and cruelties that take place under the Iron Span's shadow.
Lily.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you brought me food. While the majority of Underbridge's roads are little more than muddy gaps between slumping shanties and decaying shacks, evidence of the Magnamarian founders' attempt to bring civilization here is evident in short stretches of broken cobblestones. The larger paving stones that once lined major streets during the city's foundation have long since been dug up and sold off. Amongst the dilapidated buildings of this area, one feature stands tall among the rest, is a ruined leaning clock tower. And that stands kind of towering above the other buildings. But even more towering above that are the 12 pillars of the Iron Span that have various carvings of different animals, and even house again tenement buildings and city offices and stuff like that, like things that are housed inside of those pillars.
Cool. So we are?
Do what?
Or are we at the bar?
Yeah, y'all. If y'all are heading straight towards the friendly merchant, y'all get there, and I need to scroll to it.
Jesus.
The Shy of Saren Ray. Wait. The Harpy. There we go. The Friendly Merchant is a dilapidated tavern frequented by thugs and con artists, deviants, and worse. The Friendly Merchant himself, Siav Casimil, a male elf sorcerer, is a scheming but ultimately cowardly criminal involved in a variety of petty schemes. His greatest source of income is neither his doubtful tavern nor his various criminal ties, but rather the fact that he's managed to maintain control of one of Underbridge's best piers, allowing him to rent out the private docks for exorbitant prices. From here, smugglers and other shady sorts find a relatively safe place to offload illicit goods and passengers without risk of ambush from any of the district's more desperate sorts. Siav is known to offer discount to the night scales and generally keeps his ears open for the Thieves Guild.
The Thieves Guild? Interesting.
Yeah. He's kind of a fence for the Thieves Guild.
What was his name?
Siav Casimil, Siov Cassimeel. Casimil.
Siav Tessimil. Okay.
Is Siav right? I mean, like that sounds too clunky.
I don't know. Siav sounds fine to me. So he's the bartender here?
Yes.
As well as all those other things you said?
Yes.
Okay.
So do we see coin?
You see coin? Let's see. You see several patrons in there right now. And yes, coin is one of them.
Okay.
Who wants to approach him? How do you want to approach this?
So Rin points him out.
He is boisterously, gambling and cavorting over in the corner of the tavern. A
What
roughly
kind of
40-year-old
gambling?
human male. Cards.
Ooh. Cthulhu's gonna go over to the bar and get a milk and 2 shots of Jameson.
All right. So Seoff, being a proper Russian, his name is decided is going to be Seoff. Yeah, he takes your milk and pours in your 2 shots of Jameson. Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's
I
good
didn't want
milk.
you to do that.
Good choice.
So obviously this is free
He's good,
because he
Catman.
fucked
I like
up my
him.
milk. So Cthulhu just like looks at him, kind of like pissed off.
I want to
that
come
he really
around.
needs this,
And he gestures for you to drink it.
Oh, can I do something?
and he chugs it.
It's delicious.
It's a white Russian without the Russian.
I've never had milk with liquor, but I imagine
It's not bad. It's like cream, so it could be like heavy cream or something.
Okay, yeah. So, he goes, "He's good, yeah."
Yeah, and so then Cthulhu will order another drink, another milk, with 2 shots of Jameson. But before that, he pats with his left hand on the bar and his right hand on the bar, meaning don't mix my shit.
He goes, yes, do all the mixing. And he pours up your drinks and slides them to you.
Exactly. Okay, now he's good.
Oh, what was Rin gonna do?
It's too late now. Just ship it safe.
Fuck.
It's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna take a seat, I guess, at the bar next to Cthulhu and see how you guys want to play this out.
Besides the door that we came in, is there another door that's easy to access?
Easy to access. No,
Like-
you see, there's a door that goes behind the bar, and then there's another door.
A door that
leads
leads.
to possibly a storeroom. Do what?
Like a door that leaves, like another exit.
Not that you can see directly. No. There's a couple of windows. They might be big enough for a skinny guy like Coin to fit through.
Are they closed or open?
Varies. Couple closed, couple open. The ones
Cool.
closest to Coin are closed, but there's some that aren't too far away that are open. So, you just
Can we get some dimensions of this bar? Like 30 by 50, 20 by... Trying to get movement speed.
There's no map for it, which means nothing's gonna happen here.
there's no map, which means all your movements and all that stuff is just going to be theater of the mind.
Okay.
We'll say it's a 50 by 50 room.
Okay,
it's
cool.
a big-ish room. Small bar kind of.
Yeah. So we're all at the bar now, yeah?
So, and they're over there playing cards.
Yeah, they're over in the back corner, playing cards. And Coin is slapping the table and raking in winnings, boasting.
I want to play. I want to go to the table and say, "Deal me."
Well, before Nars wants to do the same thing, but before Nars does, he orders 2 shots of rum and ale, and he takes 1 shot and he drinks it. Then he takes the other shot and he pours it on himself.
What the fuck?
And now he's going to stumble over there like he's a drunk.
Oh, so it
Strange way to
smells like
drink your-
rum.
Yeah, strange way to drink your stuff. I'm gonna wait till he says, and then I will follow behind as if we were not together.
All right. Both of you roll me a bluff check.
Oh, there's gonna be bluff checks involved. I just said deal me in. I wasn't trying to bluff anybody. What am I bluffing exactly?
I'm just trying to
You're
bluff that
bluffing that you don't know him.
Oh, that I don't know him.
That's an easy bluff. Yeah, that you're drunk, and that you don't know him, that y'all didn't walk in together. You might have to use your words to convince that y'all don't know each other, because with a 10, it'll be hard to convince that y'all didn't walk in the door at the same time.
I'm not going to mention whether or not I know him at all. I'm just going to follow behind and sit down like 20 seconds later and be like, deal me in. But you can let him believe what he wants off of that bluff check, I guess.
Yeah, Coin. Yeah, he
Lose audio
gets
for a
the
second.
deck in his hands, and he grins at you guys as you sit down, and he says, "Oh, new gold, eh?"
You go.
What? And then Nars drunkenly, what was the buy-in?
Buy-in is minimum 2 gold. Buy-in, maximum 10 in the pot.
Well, Nars digs out 5 gold.
All right. 5's good enough. That'll get you a good couple of hands.
I do the same.
All right, boys. What the game is I don't know, good Galarian games. Texas Hold'em. We have a Texas here in Galarian. I promise we do. So he deals out 2 cards to everybody, and then slaps the deck down on the table. And I'm sure you guys know about the small and the high buy-in and all that stuff like that. But neither one of you have to buy in on this hand. And it's the blind. That's it. Anyways, so yeah, neither of y'all have to do the blind bid on this hand. Cthulhu, Cthulhu, you're not at the table. Nars, you have fucking
Roll
9 and
113.
What do I have?
Oh, actually, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Roll a d13. That's a really good idea.
Yeah, I know. Twice
Do it
though,
twice.
so you get 2 cards.
Yeah. You got a 3 and a.
Ooh, 3 and a 3.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
Ren
himself
has a
a
pair of
pair.
3s.
Can I be
Yeah.
coin? Can I be an NPC coin?
No.
Oh,
But you
well,
can be PC cool. Cthulhu.
No, I don't want to play. I have other business. I'm the
All
doorman.
right, so an 11 is a.
11
just
is a
changed,
jack.
yeah.
Okay, so you got a 9 and a queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Ben, are you gonna get on this hand?
No, I'm at the door.
Okay.
Or sitting by the door. I'm mulling over my
And then
milk.
as we're playing, Nars is just gonna bring up just try to get everybody chatting. He's just gonna talk about the dock and stuff like that, all the crazy shit that's going on. And he's just gonna mention he saw the kids get beat up by some people.
Heard about that.
All right.
And he's doing it to get banter at the table. And
All right.
basically, how messed up this place is, Magnemar. So later on, he'll bring up the murders after a while.
Yeah, so you start talking about how messed up Magnemar is, and I'm about to do that. So I can just /R3 do theme. So yeah, you start 2 6s and a 4 come up in the river. All right. You start talking about it, and one of the guys he throws in his cards upside down, and he goes, "Yeah, tell me about it.
Kevin, you got 2
Magnemar's real
pair.
fucked up." He said, "Yeah, Magnemar's real fucked up. I moved out here just 11 years ago, and you wouldn't believe how many ships I've had that's been taken down by that fucking monster that lives out in the bay. It's a fucking nuisance, that is. And they don't have no monster insurance here in Magnemar. No, your ship gets eaten by a fucking freak of nature, and you just have to lose all that money."
Now I'm interested in this monster.
Half flat. The fucking duck walks in.
We just stumbled into the epic quest.
Let's see.
Is there any sort of bounty on this monster?
No one's ever been able to kill it. I mean, even great. I can't remember his name, like Valerios or something like that. One of the great founder of the city. He's like, yeah, even he couldn't find it. He's got that statue of him fighting it over there in the city. It's the Vidra. That's
Might
what it is.
scratch you.
Yeah, he is. It's the Magnamarian horror known as the Vidrock.
Can you spell that?
If you don't look it up, yes.
Yeah.
Vydrach.
Bydr. Okay.
Oh, the Vidrock.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Coin. Have you ever seen the Vidrock?
Drarch. That's my bad. Drarch.
Vrarch. Gotcha.
Anyway, have you seen that beast, Coin?
I seen him. Yeah, I was on a ship. Oh wait, no, that's not his voice. It's not. It's not. I forgot I was doing Coin. Simon. Yeah, I was on a ship that got hit by him once. He took off half the crew, but I managed to get away by shoving some loser down in front of me.
I don't know his name.
But he doesn't know that.
That's why I said his name, to let him know we kind of know who he is.
Hey, we know who you are, mother.
He's got some infamy. Anyway, he says,
I'm well known amongst people.
I'm going to say, what does Chief Ironbriar, or what does Chief Justice Ironbriar think about this Vidrock?
He spits at the mention of the name. He goes, who gives a fuck about Ironbriar? Eh? He ain't never stepped up to it. He saw his own friends go down to it years ago, and he ain't never stepped up. All he cares about is money and running the fucking city. Being as strong as he can be.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, shit.
So as we're going on, Narcissus is like, well, what about those murders we've heard about?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's about them? There's
Like
lots
I
of
heard.
murders happen here in Magnamar.
No, the ones with the carvings.
Oh, yeah, there's been a lot of those. Some friends of mine there, too. Rather honest criminal type folks, good real thieving bastards. Show up, disappear for a day, for a day or two, and then show up in the middle of town all carved up and pieces missing.
And then I assume the game goes on while we're talking.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Let's do /R2D13. /R2D13. What the hell am I doing wrong?
You're putting a space.
Keep hitting the wrong buttons.
Yeah, you're only supposed to do one, and then have them back, and then do another one. So, 7.
Yeah, we get all the way out to another 2 and a 5. And so it's just down to 3 of you left on the table. And Coin, he looks down at his cards and he gives us a sly little grin, and he slides another 3 coins in on the pool.
Ooh.
I don't know anything about poker, man.
You win, Devin.
Apparently.
Unless he has, a 6.
Don't worry, I have a different plan altogether. Say, you don't know anything? You weren't involved in any of these murders by any chance? Because word on the street is, lots of people are saying you might have had something to do with it.
And he kind of leans back.
I'm gonna slide my coins in.
Yeah. He looks at your coins. You've been talking to that fucking cat?
What cat?
That fucking cat, mate. He's a lying bastard, he is.
A liar.
Copyright.
Well, it doesn't much matter where we heard it, but Curiosity.
Look. Yeah, I had my issues with one of the deceased, and yeah, I may have said that I would carve him into little pieces and leave him through the street. And yeah, maybe I've done that to people before, but I didn't do it to this guy.
Do you
Did you give us a name for the gambler? Because that's who we're talking about.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I never gave you a name for him.
we never asked his name.
Frank. His name was Frank, the victim. Frank.
Frank the victim.
Frank the
Frank the victim. Nice to meet you.
But yeah, look. I've killed lots of folks, right? I've done lots of unsavory things. You know, it's kind of my nature. But I didn't kill this one. And if I did, I wouldn't be admitting it to no strangers approach me in a bar, anyways.
So I throw in a gold coin to pay mine, and he's like, "You killed Frank?"
No, I didn't kill Frank. Not unhappy that he's dead, but I didn't kill him. And he slides in 2 more coins and says, "All in, by the way."
I want to do a
And
sense motive on him, but I have a 0 sense motive. So if someone else does, that'd be great.
all right, sense motive on what?
What he just said about not killing Frank.
Yes, babe.
Sense motive.
Mike, stop.
Like you got no, like he seems to be sincere about not killing Frank. Like he's openly admitting he's like, yeah, I've killed folks, I've broken lots of laws. I didn't do this one. Yeah. And you are confident with your 10 cents motive,
Micah.
that he's gonna beat you. Like he knows. He's got good cards here.
Yeah. The gold really means nothing to Rin, though. So I'm gonna. He said all in. I'm gonna say all in as well, but I'm gonna continue the conversation.
Narcs is going all in too.
Tell me, Coin, if you don't mind me picking your brain for a moment.
Mm-mm.
What do you know about the Brotherhood of the Seven here in Magnamar?
The Brotherhood of the Seven.
Finish up.
There was some kind of what's the best way to put it? Sorry, conniving accountants. We've got some similar interests, me and them, in the thieving department. But they kind of like to do theirs with a little bit more litigation than I do.
How do you mean?
They like to steal from people through loans and laws and back alley dealings. A lot of their money goes missing, but what can I say? A lot of the Sani money goes missing too when you've got a secret lord that you pay into.
And then if he's done talking about the Brotherhood of the Seven, Nars says, what about the skin saw cult?
Skin saw cult. What you know about the skin saw cult?
Just I heard rumors that they're around killing people and different things. And I think I might have ran past a couple of them.
I heard they had something to do with these murders around town.
That's what I've heard too. Might be that Father Skinsaw was out for blood. But me, I don't believe he's back yet.
So supposing somebody wanted to find the Skin Saw cult here in Magnamar.
We know where they are.
Do we?
Yeah, they're at that sawmill.
Let's see what he says.
Okay.
Well, y'all can presume where they are. Y'all think they might be at that sawmill.
I
because
wanna see
that's
if
where this is the brothers. I mean the what's skin saw men. Yeah, sorry, I forget what you're asking about now. The skin saw men, they don't have a known hideout. They don't have a known base. I can tell you that wherever they do it, there'll be blood because you know that yeah they're followers of the god of the Forever Man.
Forever, man. A lot of interesting history here that I'm unaware of.
The Forever Man, the Father Skinsaw. There we go. My lot call him Blackfingers, but arose by any name, right? Yeah, he's been called the Grey Master by the Night Scales, and of course, Father Skinsaw. He's Father Skinsaw and the Forever Man, Blackfingers. He's the leader of the Church of Norberger, of our folk, and he looks to Nars and gives like a knowing nod, like he assumes like like you're one of us, you're a thief like me, like Norberger or Norgerber.
Okay.
And he's like
Yeah,
Lord Nurgle.
nods back.
Yeah, like I know the skin saw might be the worst of all of us, if I have to put it that way. They're a little maniacal and bloodthirsty. I can tell you, if they're behind these murders, you have something to watch out for.
You think there's any correlation between the Skinsaw cult and the Brotherhood of the Seven?
That's what Nars thinks.
There's never been no ties publicly, nothing that no one's seen. But a lot of these places got secrets hidden in the back room, or Magnemar's been around for quite some time. Long enough that.
Created, yes.
Oh, was you? Now that's rare. It's rare you find enough been in the city that long.
Well, not in the city, but I was around at the time.
Well, then you would know. It's as a city grows, it's no big thing for some company to buy multiple buildings.
Oh yes.
To
No
keep a face. Yeah, keep a face, and then something else that might mutate as the years go by. I wouldn't put it past these brothers.
Got anything else there, Casey?
Nars looks and he's like, enough with the fucking sad stories. What about this card game? And he slams his hands on the table.
Yeah, he grins and flips his cards and shows a 6 and an 8. He's got 3 of a kind. You've got 2 pair. I actually don't know which one wins.
I have it right here.
Devin wins.
3 of a kind wins over 2 pair.
Okay.
So yeah, he
I considered
grinned.
casting Prestidigitation and giving myself better cards, but I don't think it's worth pissing him off over like 5 gold.
He grins and slides in both of your 5 gold. So his wealth just increased by 10, and he goes, "Oh yes, it's me namesake." He picks up the coin. Yes, coin by name, coin by nature. Am I right?
No, Jeremy.
Why the fuck do you think his name was Coin?
That's a good one.
Copyright. Bethesda and fucking Glass Cannon are gonna kick your fucking door in.
It's a good thing we don't put this out for profit. But
I'm gonna leave the table at this point. Slap Nars on the back as I'm walking away. It's good talking to you, Mr. Coin.
Do we want to take him? Like, do we want to turn him in for the bounty?
Is it really worth the hassle for 50 gold? We just lost 10.
You lost 10.
Yeah, but we got the information I wanted.
well, to be fair, if you if you kick his ass and take him in, you get the gold that's on him and the bounty. But you
I'll
don't know
leave
how
that
much
up to.
it is.
I'm going to go back to the bar and just tell Cthulhu that, like, this is up to you guys. If you want to take him in, you guys can split the gold.
Let me know. I'm still sitting at the table, so let me know because I'm gonna call him a cheat and start a fight. if y'all want the
Roll a
gold, don't want to take
D100, Casey, 50-50. Over 50, we take him in.
Roll a
Under
sense
50,
motive
we don't.
first.
roll a sense motive.
Yeah, roll a
See
sense
if he's
motive
cheating.
first.
Okay, hang on. I gotta go to the skill tab.
Yeah, Ren wasn't that interested in it, or in bounties in general, or in money,
I've
really.
been itching.
Where is sense motive?
Your skills.
I hope you got it.
No, I had to add it to my list.
Okay.
Sense motive. 18.
18. Yeah, he cheated.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a D100.
Okay.
Roll D100. How do you want to play it, Jeremy?
I mean, what chances are you given? Like,
Well, let's do 50-50.
if you want to give it okay, 50-50.
You can
Anything
roll a
other
D2.
50, yeah, anything under 50, you walk away.
Okay.
What the
I rolled
fuck?
5.
Let me roll.
Cthulhu
just wants
just
to
wants
kill
to mess
somebody.
him up.
So I just get up and I slap him on the back. Card shown in your favor tonight, and I just stumble away.
Right. Come back anytime. Your presence is always welcome at the Friendly Merchant. See you off. Get my
Now-
friends a drink. The Russian, the Russian elf nods. He goes, yes, drinks for all. And he comes up and gives everybody milk with Jameson in it.
So I'll lean over to Nars. Should I scare him just because?
Nar says no.
We're gonna
That information that we wanted.
we're gonna share with you guys what we found out over there.
Yeah.
We talked about, and we need to come up what's our next move? What do you want to do?
So
You still
Nars-
have Maik, the liar, and Britannia Leadstern, the unlicensed prostitute.
Well, we could go talk to her. She might know about this lady that Ironbrier's sleeping with, so we could get more information on him.
She is the Lady Ironbriar sleeping.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's her name?
Britannia Leadstern.
Oh, I wrote that down wrong. That's why. Okay.
So we could go talk to her and find out more about Ironbriar, but Ironbriar is not really the subject of our investigation.
Right. But, I mean, he's also... Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
We could talk to Ironbriar himself if you wanted to.
Up there to last you
Good.
until you get out.
Just to see, like, how, like... Well, no, we don't even have to talk to him.
If the Brotherhood of the Seven is that deeply embedded into Magnamar, then he's probably under their influence anyway.
I was just thinking corruption.
Especially if he's putting out all these wanted ads on people he's just trying to silence.
We can just skip over him for now.
Oh, we could always go and check out the sawmill. Something.
Yeah, we could go check out the sawmill and see what's around there.
Just kind of wait to come
Yeah, I
back.
was
to
gonna say, how
Hold on,
late
let me
is
put
it?
Just kind of scope it out, see what we
Hold on.
got.
More water.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind doing that, but I kind of wanted everybody to be on the same game when we did that because it'd be good to have everybody here for that.
Yeah, I'm not saying go into the sawmill. I'm just saying like, walk around it.
Yeah, but if that escalates somehow, then
Because they don't know who we are.
well, they know who I am.
Oh, they know who you are?
They saw me outside the window.
Oh, okay. See, I wasn't here for that. That's why I didn't know that.
Yeah, they looked through the window and saw who I was. So the skin's all.
Oh yeah, that was the end of that session.
Yeah, they saw me, but they don't know you guys. So we could go there if you want to go poke around, maybe knock on the door and see what it's about. But
No, I just want to walk around the perimeter. Like, I want to see how big, how tall. Like, is it like the one in Sandpoint? Is it
Yeah.
like that's all I want to see. Like, how many people are at the door? How many people do I notice going in and out? Like, stuff like that.
Well, I've got a date tonight, so how do you want to do this?
I mean, I can go by myself.
I don't think it's a good idea. Why don't you take Masashi and I'll take Katul and we'll go on our own paths here.
Or since I'm okay, that's fine. Or we could switch. I could take Cthulhu and you take Musashi, since Cthulhu can hang back and shoot arrows in case I get in trouble.
Good point.
Probably worthwhile to split that way.
Okay, then. I'm taking Musashi. Jeremy, what time is it, and when can I go meet Jimmy at the dock?
Oh, let's see. All of God, it's probably only 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon by now.
Fuck. Time is going so
Like,
slow.
Yeah. Y'all guys went. I'd say each of your last endeavors took about an hour because they were really close to each other, so there was no real travel time.
Okay, well, why don't you guys go ahead and check out the dock works? And we'll come, but we'll stay nearby in case we hear anything.
Okay. So we're gonna go check out the sawmill.
Yeah,
Hey, I sent you a message. I don't know if you got it. I don't know if you
Send
saw
me a
it.
message.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it.
What'd you send it on?
Roll 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Okay, Jeremy, if we're going to go check that out, I want to, if they're going to go and kind of do around the perimeter of this lumber mill, sawmill.
Yeah.
Is there something, I want to climb on top of something nearby to keep an eye out.
All right, yeah. Nearby the sawmill?
Yeah.
Or okay. Yeah, actually, right here across from the sawmill. You see, it's it's a good.
district is that in?
This is in Ordalia.
Okay, it's down.
Ordalia.
Down.
Okay. So, actually, yes.
What the fuck?
The sawmill, along with several other sawmills.
What are you looking for, Devin?
I'm just looking for anything with a steeple or something high where I can get a bird's eye view of what's happening around the sawmill while you guys are walking.
Okay.
The sawmill sits with several other sawmills right here on this large island called Kyver's Inlet. And a straight.
Whoa. Goodness.
Sorry.
Damn.
In fact, this building right here is the sawmill.
Put it back, buddy. Okay. So here, this is what I'm like to give you a better idea if it helps you. I'm looking for multiple ways in, where we wouldn't be noticed instead of going straight through like a front door, and then I can't really tell the layout on the inside, but the layout on the outside. Like levels, how many levels is it? Stuff like that.
It is 3 stories tall. Down along the bottom, there is it's actually 7 sawmills. The 7 sawmills, one of several mills that operate along the shores of Kyver's Islet. The mill is intended to look from the outside as a standard lumber mill. And it does indeed produce lumber as you expect. It's got a large bay where the processed lumber comes out, and just like at the sawmill in Sandpoint, it's got a large trough where the logs feed in along the river.
Okay. So now this is from just my personal experience. Sawmills that I've seen, you can see into them and kind of give an idea of how many people are working there. That's what I'm looking for. That like how many people do I see just walking around?
Just milling around. I'll say I'll give this to Ren because she wanted the bird's eye view of it. You're up here on this building across from the sawmill. You see, good. All right. And as you're up there watching, you see some 12 13 different men come in and out of the building, lifting and moving logs. All of them are in, some kind of denim overalls, some kind of tweed um, clothing. Everybody's sweating, covered in sawdust. You hear the loud noise of the saws operating, and it's spitting out, hewn planks on the other end.
And do we get the effect like the one in Sandpoint? This one works like all through the night because of it seems like it's isolated from everything.
If you ask those questions about the local people, you find that no, the sawmills do not operate all night long. There's an ordinance here in Magnamar, a noise ordinance. From the outside, you see that this is built over the mouth of the Yondabakari River. This wood building sits on massive wooden pilings driven into the riverbed below. A wooden boardwalk wraps around the northern rim of the building, and a flight of stairs leads down to a door on the east side just above the water level. The churning of 4 large water wheels under the mill fills the air with sound and mist.
Is that what this is right
there
here?
is-
I'm thinking.
What that is?
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
Is that what you're describing? I'm sorry. I have a kid in my life.
No, this is just a little island,
Okay.
between the mainland and Kyver's island.
Okay.
You notice that there are multiple entrances. There seems to be a large door, like a large double doors, on the second level of the sawmill, if I'm correct.
Like a wraparound porch or something?
Do what?
With like a wraparound porch?
No, I think if I'm correct, it's a place where things can just be like slid out through some upper doors, or come in through some upper doors.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a water
things can
slide
be
for
hoisted
logs.
now. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Honestly, the makeup of this building confuses me a little bit, but I do believe it is an opening to the outside. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do we see like at any of the entrances, like anybody like? I doubt that we would see it just because it's a guard, but I'm asking this just because of the note we received. Is it like guarded in any way, or is it just like nobody's there, like if like anything? Like to keep trespassers out or anything?
Yeah. Roll either sense motive or perception, whichever one's better for you.
I'll roll perception.
I'll do it too.
A 22.
Yeah.
If
Absolutely.
that's enough, you can go Casey's. I'm loading.
Do what?
If that's enough for sense motive, I'm loading.
I rolled a perception.
Perception.
That's enough for you to notice that there seems to be almost a pattern to how people come in and out of the doors at times. It's not that both of you 22 is perfect. It's not that it looks quite like there's a guard, but it does seem to suspiciously be somebody standing by that door at all times. Somebody will be standing there doing something or talking, and then 10 or 15 minutes later, somebody else will walk up, and that first person will walk away.
So
There
is there
seems to
like
always be somebody standing.
okay? Is there like a bar, an inn, a restaurant, or anything nearby that we can sit at and see?
Probably not. Probably
Okay.
not that. But
This is like a fucking dock, basically, where it's just only industrial shit.
yeah, that's all that's on there on Kyver's islet. There is a notoriously violent tavern nearby called Tessix. where
On
there's
lines.
a fighting pit and gambling hall, and anyone who's got any familiarity with the city knows that fights tend to be rigged here.
So is it on the island?
No, it's back here in the mainland. Not exactly
Me and
sure
Cthulhu
where.
want to go do a tag team match there.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fucking-lutely. All right, guys, I
Dude.
got to tell you, I played the one memorable thing from my Starfinder campaign that I played in Friday night. All right, the GM put me and another player into a WWE style tag team match, and it was fucking phenomenal. Like, that was the most fun I've had doing a single thing in an RPG.
Oh my gosh.
So is that what we're doing then?
Oh, I was joking.
Because it's 8:30. But absolutely, if you guys want to go sign up for the fights, I will let y'all do a tag team match.
Is it enough money to be worth it? That's what I'm curious about. Like the pot at the end.
I can make it worth whatever. So yeah, we'll say if you do it right, if you leverage your bets, you're gonna have to place bets to get any good money. But I'll let y'all make some decent money off of it too. Why not?
So Nars walks away from the sawmill because I think he got everything he wanted to see.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to say that Cthulhu is. So I automatically look out of place here. And you said that we got a gist of like the guard rotation. So with the like asking locals about when the ordinance turns on, what time is that the ordinance, you can't, they shut down the mill?
It seems to be that everybody stops running right around 8-9 p.m. every evening.
Hey, I have
just a couple hours past sunset here in the fall.
Hey, I have a question. This is me as a player. When we were in the underbridge stuff, you were saying that the columns had markings on them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that anything specific? Like, does it represent different things in Magnamar or different?
Yes. The pillars, they all have like different carvings of animals and scenes. And they each mean something different. I don't know what they all mean just offhand, but they all do like have different symbiological meanings.
Okay, so it's not like this area is ran by the like I was thinking like gang markings type thing.
Oh no, not like that.
Okay. This is like carved into a building for decoration type thing.
Yeah. In fact, so where are you guys going looking around for things?
So I'm guessing we did a perimeter, right? First. And
Yeah, sure you did.
then, we'll get whatever information that Ren had. Definitely entrances and exits. We got the second story, double door slide for the logs. You didn't describe anything for the third floor. Anything, of note?
Third floor seems to be.
What is that? 15 feet off the ground, 20 feet off the ground. Third floor.
I'd say the third floor. Third floor is probably each floor is 10 to 12 feet, so its third floor is probably 25 feet up.
Ceilings, Jeremy.
So would you say the third floor
You're
is
in a lumber mill, dude? I don't know how to make these things.
So the third floor is more like the business area?
Yeah, third floor I think is a business area. There is a small like rookery on the top of the building, which is just like one 10 by 10 addition onto the very top of the building. And that's got to be a good 30 feet up. Good 30, 35 feet up. Ren, while you're still on top of that tower, roll me a perception check, please.
Okay, Joe.
Go ahead, give yourself like a plus. Say plus 15 on it.
So make that a 35.
Let's go. 35.
Fucking A.
Because all right, so from your vantage point, you see about maybe 200 or so yards past the lumber mill, right here in the center of town. There's a building that has a shingle hung out front. You can't quite make out the words of it, but the symbol is a 7-pointed starburst.
Hmm.
So, and that is the symbol of the Brothers of the Seven.
Well,
Which
like I
way
said,
did Casey and
Nars was done. Like he got his, so I'm assuming he knows where Ren is. So I'm assuming they'd go and walk towards that to meet up and discuss
Okay.
what we all found.
So my thing is, Casey, when we entered, we had to come from this direction.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean we saw it too, Jamie?
You're saying y'all had to come across the bridge?
Yeah, this bridge. But Ren is over here.
And I'm just gonna say for roleplay fun sakes, no, because Ren's probably about to tell you anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe we just
The only
overlooked it
reason
because
I'm
we.
saying that is because we could have gotten a better description of what the building was like, looking like, and shit like that. But okay, I understand.
Over there.
Yeah. Well, you'll get that when y'all if and when y'all go investigate it further.
Nars was more worried about the people because we fought like Aldrin. He was crazy. Like he could have messed us up if we didn't have that other person. And then the two skin saw people that we already fought, they seem pretty dangerous.
So we also don't know if there's like a basement to this sawmill.
Right. But
I wouldn't think there would be likely to be a basement on a place
Yeah.
that's on the side of an island.
Yeah. But also like
I
Yeah,
mean,
it
there
doesn't make
is
sense to be a basement.
like it depends on where you look at it. Like I guess because right here on the map it actually shows me as the undermill is where the water wheels are. So I'm thinking that there must be like
It's a two-story.
So the way that I was thinking, Jeremy, was when we were looking at it, we see the under part. We see the turning wheels and everything else, right? And then just a little bit above that is like where the saws and the logs are being chopped up at.
Mhm.
And that's where the slide's coming from. And then the third part is where they do all their business. That's the way I'm picturing it in my mind. Is that right?
So it looks
That
like a
sounds about
2-story, but it's really a 3-story.
it looks like a 3-story, but I think it's a 4-story.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll find out soon enough when we go in there.
Yeah.
Look, I think we got enough. Do y'all not think we have enough information right now?
Yeah, definitely.
So when we meet up, Nars wants to kind of stay closer to it since we're going to have to go to it. And he's going to bring up the fact that we should probably go at night.
I've got a date tonight.
Well, not tonight. not like tonight. I meant go at night.
Cthulhu's like, Ren, I thought we had something.
Me and Cthulhu are going to go tonight, Ren.
I'm going to put my hand on Cthulhu's face and be like, who said we didn't?
Ah!
So anyway, we need to wrap this up. So what's next?
Whatever you guys want to do. You've just noticed this this building over here on Kyver's islet. You're still standing on the top of this tower. These guys are approaching you to share some information with you. I don't know where Musashi is. He's been quiet for a little while. What?
Yeah, I'm trying to stay quiet since the boys went to bed. I'm upstairs.
Okay, so when you guys approach, I'm going to jump off the tower.
37 points of non-lethal damage.
I take no damage.
You fall 280 feet
Feather
from
fall,
the top
dude.
of this tower.
Yes, I do. I land perfectly and come and join you.
Superhero entrance.
Fucking
I like
elf.
she jumps off, and you're like, Cthulhu's like, oh no, the love of my life.
Oh, no, please. Save
Totally
her
fine.
face.
No. Alright. So yeah, do you share the information with them
Yes.
about seeing this presumable Brotherhood building?
I tell them everything looks fine. There's no building over there. Nothing to worry about. Except that we should probably go
Awesome.
check it out. I'll tell them everything.
Alright, game over then.
And we share everything we learned with Rin. So
Nice.
we're all on the same page.
Yes.
Nice.
And
Alright.
what do you want to do now?
Hold on.
Where's
How did
Francis
Musashi get off that fucking tower?
He wasn't on the tower.
He was
Yeah,
at
I was
the
about to say.
Yeah,
He
I
definitely
Musashi's still
felt
like
like a
struggling to
fucking
come
stone.
down. Like,
Yeah, with my fat
It's
ass, I'd be like,
fucking-
half we have
I
towers.
imagine the whole time when I was up there observing, he was climbing to the top, and then when he gets up there, we're like, we got the info, and I jump off, and he's like, oh my god, and he's got
You bitch.
He's like the one recruit that really sucks at rappelling. He's like
Yeah.
upside down. You're like, wow, dude.
There's
I
my
Stick your
guess-
feet
second.
out.
Guess we want to go check this building out. You said it was a 7-pointed starburst.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
take a look at it from the outside.
Prowl real quick.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we
you
can-
get
yeah,
you get
outside.
a little closer and you see get a look from it from the outside, and you see it is a somewhat nondescript one-story shop with a couple of nice windows in the front, and it says Brotherhood of the Seven, financial associates and tax.
So is this like a fucking pink slip fucking place? You're getting stocks and bonds? Is this a fucking bank? Is it a,
Yes.
Yes.
I think
You
you should.
said yes to two things, Jeremy.
Yes, they if you go in and you ask anybody around there, like what do these guys do? They will give you loans. They will let you store their money there. They will act essentially as stock advisors, for lack of a better term. But yeah, they'll tell you what are good investments and what are bad investments. And just as long as you're willing to give them money or sign a contract with them promising to give them more money in the future, they'll do any damn thing with your money that you want them to do with your money.
Beautiful.
Okay. That's a good inn, at least.
Interesting
Yeah.
building.
No, and head back to the manor and call it a night.
Sure.
Like not a night in the game, but a night now.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
a good idea. It's getting
Because
late.
you have a date to get ready for in the game.
I do.
Well, that sounds
But
good.
why-
Then just go ahead and
So,
call it early.
Yeah, I'm
so I'm
fine
gonna
with
go
that
put
here.
me and Cthulhu on the card in the wrestling match.
Yes, definitely.
And
I
I want
wanna-
to come and
I wanna-
watch with my
I want to
magic
fight
powers.
to the death
To the death.
with weapons and everything.
Yes. Yes.
All right. You don't see any options for to the death, but you do see the hardcore sticks and stones match with
Hell in a Cell.
the Road Warriors.
Nice.
We're getting baseball bats with barbed wire. We're getting steel chairs.
You guys are gonna tag team. It's gonna be funny.
We're getting fucking a bucket full of tacks.
And we're pouring them out. And then we're gonna set up a table in the middle,
Yes.
ladder, and
We're
then
gonna
on top.
set Set it
You're
on
gonna climb
fire.
up to the top of the 30-foot tall cage and
Then he
push the
misses and
Undertaker
takes fall
off through a
damage.
steel chair.
Do they have
On
that
top-
kind of
Cthulhu's got to
set
do the people's elbow. The people of Magnemar's elbow.
The mag elbow.
Then he's gonna do like the Hulk Hogan thing where he goes from like rope to rope and like does the ear thing.
And then we're gonna challenge those kids again.
Yes. Yes. Please. I need all of this to happen.
Next
Well,
week's
you
gonna
found
be
out what you need to
interesting.
do next week, Jeremy. I hope you're prepared for that.
Literally, I'm getting a soundbite ready just for my entrance.
Oh yeah.
I was stressing today because honestly I haven't really had the mental faculties to be able to prep all week long. Like I can't focus to prep. And I was worried all day. I was like, what the hell are we gonna do? Like I've got nothing ready for them. And I was like, I don't know what to write. Like I don't know which of these people they're gonna see or if there's any dialogue. It's like if I write any dialogue, I'm just gonna feel like I'm forcing them into saying certain things so that I can, respond with what I've written. I'm not gonna write anything. I'm just gonna see what happens. And this was a lot of fun.
You went fine.
Yeah.
But next week, prepare a fight for those guys.
I will.
Musashi is
I'll
doing
have
the
to find the
grandstands.
prepare, yeah.
Reading.
I want colorful characters. I want spandex. I want the Nitro Girl dancers. I want the whole 9 yards.
Nice.
All right. I'm gonna see what
Oh,
I
we
can-
could be like D-Generation X and do like the cross crotch thrust thing.
Yes.
Yes.
And you have to make them fight in their underwear.
So
Okay.
no armor.
Everybody say goodbye to the recording because I got to turn this off.
Bye recording.
See ya.
Yeah. So that's